Would you time travel to the past, even if you couldn't change anything? Dear future me, first of all, let me set the scene. It's 2 a.m. right now, Friday morning. I'm sitting at my desk in a towel because I've just showered after running a 5K at midnight. I feel great. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Sending an email to the future is a form of time travel. The you that you are right now will be completely different from the you that you'll become 10 years from now, or 5, or even 1. The question isn't about whether or not you'll change, but to what degree. Writing to your future is giving that future version of yourself the opportunity to revisit a slice of time from your past. Whenever you watch a movie from 20, 50, or 100 years ago, things are always playing on at least 2 levels. On one level, there are things that were there deliberately, things that were intentionally put there by the filmmakers to convey something. But then there are things that are there because that's just the way things were back then, the proverbial water that the culture was swimming in at the time. For example, the words, hair, and costumes are all intentional, but they were all chosen from a list of costumes, hairstyles, and language conventions that audiences back then deemed acceptable.
And that's the truth.
So when I write to the future, I try to create as much space as possible to capture both those things. The things that I want to say and the water that I'm swimming in. To do that, I have a template that's not quite a template, and in this video, I will share that not quite template with you. The first step is to divide the email into 3 sections: anchoring, predictions, and questions. This, in my opinion, is the most important section. It's the engine that powers the time machine. So before you do anything else, you must first anchor yourself in time, anchor yourself in place, and anchor yourself in relationships. Anchoring in time basically just means including the date and time of when you are writing the email in the email. And not just the time as in chronos, but also kairos, like what period in your life are you at right now? What changes are you trying to make? What kind of transition are you going through? Anchoring in place is writing about the literal place that you're at, and not just the country, city, or apartment, but which section of the apartment. Which chair are you sitting on? It's also important to write about the conditions that led you to that city, to that apartment, to sitting in that particular chair. Anchoring yourself in relationships means writing about the people in your life at that particular moment in time. Who do you live with? Who do you spend the most time with? Who have you had to let go? Who are you grieving? The farther into the future you are sending the email, the more detail you'll need to get into. Even if it seems boring to you right now, considering how fallible human memory is, your future self will most likely thank you for your consideration. In this part of the email, project yourself into the mind of the person you imagine you'll become 1, 2, or 10 years into the future. Think of where you'll be. Think of the things you're going to be doing as that person. Think of the challenges that you might be facing. And then in your email, give that person advice on how to overcome them. The point of this section isn't so much the advice, because let's be real, chances are your advice won't be very useful. No, the point is to reveal your values, the values you currently hold dear. And those will be data points that your future self can use to help inform their choices down the line. The difference between you right now and the you that will be reading your email in the future is that they've already lived the life you haven't lived yet. So take this opportunity to ask them some questions about the future. Maybe right now you're on the cusp of making a big or small life decision, and you're wondering how your choices will turn out. So ask your future self how that turned out. Ask how they feel about it. Ask if they have any regrets. Again, this is less about getting answers because time, unfortunately, only travels in one direction. Like the predictions, these questions are meant to reveal your current wants and desires, which, again, your future self can use for alignment or realignment. There are a couple of websites that let you do that. My favorite by far is futureme.org. I've been using it for close to 15 years now, and it hasn't failed me. Make sure you sign up for the account, which is free. This will make the experience so much smoother, and you can also go in there and change the delivery address in case your email address changes later. You can also schedule emails from your Gmail, but I wouldn't recommend that because you can always go in and tweak and reread email before it's actually sent, and where's the fun in that? The next common question I get is when do you send it to? But I think a far better question to ask is when do you send it from? I get an email on my birthday every year because I send an email to my birthday every year. I also send emails during times of transition. My first day on the job, my first move to a new city, first day starting this YouTube channel, and after every single breakup, I've sent an email 1 year into the future to check how I'm doing. And that's the point of these emails, to check in on yourself. 1, 2, 3 years later, how do you feel about the job? How do you feel about the city? How do you feel about the breakup? We always ask what we would change if we could go back in time, but we rarely ask if the very act of going back in time would change us. So, that's that. I hope this email finds you well. Oh, before I forget, have you gotten vaccinated yet? All the best and much love. January 2021 R. And if you have any questions about this not quite template or about sending an email to the future in general, let me know in the comments down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.